You're listening to the One Man Show Network. Welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast with your host, Aaron Weinbaum.
My gosh, he's not on here either now. What a disaster this is. Where are you at, Blake? Where are you at? Blake, MoneyBlakeWeather, and all of a sudden, he is gone. He has disappeared, and I'm going to try to get him back because we are picking fights for UFC 246, and all of a sudden, he is gone. We've been talking for a half an hour. I'm going to try to get him back right now. Let's see what happens here. This is what happens, live streaming, man. It is, now the cameras are backwards. What? Can you hear me? After all that. Okay, cool. So after all that, we dropped the call in the middle of it. We do have some live streamers on here. So welcome. The intro screws up. The SD card dies. I think I picked it up somewhere in the middle. I don't can't say that word anymore because we're on the radio, but it is what it is. Blake, it's been a long time. It's been a year since you've been on the MMA Fight Picks. We're simulcasting to Loaded Joe's. We're here. We're doing it, man. We're living the dream. How are you doing, man?
Man, I'm living large, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, man. He's the Loaded Joe's MMA, MoneyBlakeWeather. I got it right this time. I totally ditched it before. You were mad at me for like 6 months. I apologize for that.
Say, it only took you 3 years, man. You got it.
I can't do it. I can't do it. And then the man bun's gone. Thank you for that so much. I listen to the Unfiltered Bachelor. It makes me thank God every day I'm married. I love you, man. You keep living the dream. You keep making that journey. But, hey, one of your favorite people in the world is fighting this weekend. How you feeling about that?
Bro, my man Conor McGregor, Conor the G McGregor is fighting this weekend. And I couldn't be more excited, man. I got a picture of him on my refrigerator. I got Irish flags already hanging in the house. I still have props from the last time he fought. Like I had little green necklaces and I had little I don't know what they call it, like little green Irish flags, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Yeah, man. I went all out, bro. So
are you having a party?
Yeah, of course I'm having a watch party, bro. So I'm inviting like, I don't know, however many people want to come. Hey, if anybody's listening to this in Austin, Texas and wants to come party with your boy Money Blake, come on down.
So will it be a UFC Austin workout in the morning and then in the evening you're going to put all that to waste with debauchery and drinking and kicking indoors?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it sounds cool. It sounds like a party, man. It sounds like a party. All right. Well, you know what? We got some fights to pick, my man. Are you ready to pick some fights? Is there anything else you want to get off your chest before we get into this?
No. I'm so happy that Conor's back. And for the haters that said Conor would never be back or Conor shouldn't be back, y'all know what y'all can do. Conor's a man, and I think we all know who I'm picking, but I'm ready to dive into it. There's a couple of these fights, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really, give a shit about, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure a lot of fans out there don't give a shit about them either. So,
all right.
But yeah, they're on a Conor card and that Conor's going to sell, whatever, man. We'll get, goddamn into it. So I'm ready to go.
I'm going to tell you, this is not the strongest card in the world. Wait a minute. Before we get into this card, there's some breaking news here. Did you know that Al Iaquinta was going up against Mike Perry in Submission Underground?
No.
Yeah, for real. I promise you, it's for real. Now, Al Iaquinta just, my man retweeted that I said he was going to take Mike Perry down and make him say escrow. So, boom. Iaquinta, submission win over Mike Perry, Submission Underground. Chael, give me some tickets, my man. I'll go to that, mud swamp you call Portland, Oregon, and I will watch
God.
I will.
Hitting them with the low blows.
I mean,
oh, man.
Dude, it rains there all the time. I mean, it's not a secret. So yeah, isn't that crazy? Iaquinta, Perry in a freaking, I wasn't sure when they were standing next to each other. The way the picture is, I thought they were going to tag team partners, but no. they're going against each other. Now, Perry the bigger man, but we saw what happened when Perry the bigger man went against Donald Cerrone, and the jiu-jitsu came through.
Right. Yeah. His jiu-jitsu is not his strongest point. So I suppose we shall see. I'm not too. I mean, I was just like, man, okay, whatever. I mean, who's gonna watch it? I mean, it's exciting, but who's gonna watch it?
Well, I don't have Fight Pass anymore, so unless somebody gives me their code, because I totally got rid of Fight Pass.
I did too. When ESPN Plus came out, I was just like, well, I guess I don't need this shit no more. So,
and every once in a while, there's a prelim.
Shit.
It's like fucking Andy Wang against CM Punk, and I don't. No, damn it, did I break my own rule? Did I just say bad? God, dang it! Sorry, Sports Talk Radio. I'll do better next week. All right. We're going to have a comment here. It says, going so fast says, I think Conor McGregor will lose. We'll get to that going so fast because we're going to pick a few fights, starting with Drew Dober and Nasrat. Oh, can you say it? I can't say it. Haqparast. I can't say it. But, and of course, your job when I screw up and I say, like, Jacques goes from Poland or something like that, or Russia or whatever, you got to correct me. So. I messed up.
I don't even know. Drew Dober versus Nasrat. I'm just going to call him Nasrat.
Nasrat. Sounds cool. So,
you're welcome for the nickname, Nasrat.
Yeah, thank you. So, last time Drew Dober won against Marco Polo. And before that, he loses to Beneil Dariush. Wins against John Tuck, Frank Camacho, Josh Berkman. All right, not the greatest resume ever, but let's take a look at Nasrat here. Not too shabby. 3 wins in a row. Joaquim Silva, who just got best actor for Joker. No. Sorry, Joaquin Phoenix. I got confused. Sorry. Got a win off Theobald Gaudi and Mark Diakis. All right, and
bro, we don't even know who the fuck these people are, man.
I know.
We don't even know who the fuck these people are.
I don't know why I decided to pick this fight. Go ahead.
Dober. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Dober is probably on the back 9 of his career. This Nasrat kid, they're probably hoping he can get a win. So I mean, probably go with Nasrat for the safe bet, right?
Ooh.
I've seen Drew Dober fight. I remember Drew Dober fight. Drew Dober's been fighting since I've been watching UFC for the last 11 years now.
Yeah.
But Nasrat, I couldn't tell you a fucking kid who he fought. Like, I don't remember the name. Maybe I saw him on a prelim. Maybe I didn't. You know what I mean? But I think what they're trying to do here is they're trying to, Drew Dober, get that vet name, and then get somebody like Nasrat who's like, okay, up and coming. Probably he probably had like 2 or 3 fights in the UFC. Okay, let's get him a vet name so that way we can be like, oh, did you know he beat Drew Dober's ass? You know what I mean? Like, so that's probably what they're trying to do. So
Drew Dober's very first fight, 2009. Isn't that crazy? Isn't it crazy that 2009 was 11 years ago?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. That's how long I've been watching MMA.
You were just a young pup back then watching the MMA. I think I'm going just strength of schedule. I'm going to go Dober, but again, I question why I chose this fight to pick, and I apologize in advance. I do know why I picked this next fight, because Andre Fili against Sodiq, and I'm going to mess up Yusuff, but the reason I picked this fight is because Andre has the greatest nickname besides Hand of God beer. You know what I'm saying?
Are you talking about Touchy?
Yes, Andre Touchy Fili. Right up there with was it Mark Hand of God beer? His name is God beer, but Hand of God beer.
God beer, yeah, that's right.
Oh, but I'm gonna go with Touchy Fili on this. Almost as good as Stripper Ninja there, but let's take a look at Andre. He has sneakily won 2 in a row. Shaman Reyes, Miles Jury, lost to Michael Johnson in a split decision when I really thought he could have won that one. But, he's got a couple of wins. Dennis Bermudez, and the greatest of all time. You can't even dispute that. Artem Lobov.
God damn you.
Oh.
God damn you.
Artie. I mean, that fluke loss against Jason Knight in bare knuckle boxing. Come on. That's not even true. I mean, they must have drugged him. They must have drugged him the night before. Drugged him.
Leave now. Go away. Everybody stop tuning in.
Oh.
Don't listen to this man.
Oh.
No, this is another one of those Drew Dober Nasrat fights where Andre Touchy Fili is like kind of up, kind of down, kind of got these fights here, kind of got these fights there. the Sodiq kid, that Yusuff kid. I remember him beating Gabriel Benitez.
Yeah, last fight. August.
I remember this kid. This kid looked sharp, and he impressed me. And I think this is another one of those. Andre Fili, he's been in the UFC a little bit. It's about time for him to catch a loss, and he's about to catch those hands from Sodiq probably. So I'm gonna go with Mr. Yusuff.
You know, he has won 5 in a row very, very sneakily because, like I said, I'm not sure who he was, but I had to pick the fight because Andre Touchy-Feely. I mean, I have a problem. I know. I'm sorry. Ooh, man. But I tend to agree. I feel like there could be an upset here. You know what I mean? And the upset being the guy that not as many people have heard of will probably win this fight. Yeah, I got Sodiq, man. I think Sodiq's got it. I think Sodiq, we agree. We agree to agree. But this next fight, it breaks my heart to pick this fight because I think I know what's going to happen. I think you know what's going to happen. Roxanne Modafferi against Maycee Barber.
Shit.
Roxanne, poor Roxanne.
Maycee Barber about to come in there and just tax that ass, man. And I do hate to say that because I'm a big Roxanne fan.
I just hate that all Roxanne, her most recent losses came from people that missed weight. I mean, that's not right. You know, and Roxanne, who has been around forever. Ever. I mean, when's her first fight? Let's take a look. My fingers hurt from scrolling down Wikipedia right now.
I feel like it's like 2004, 2005, like between 2004 2006.
2003, dude.
Shit.
2003.
See?
And it's called Smack Girl, 3rd season.
I was going to say, I saw that movie.
Smack Girl. Oh, Lord. Hashtag Pornhub.
Different website.
Yeah, different altogether. But then you got Maycee Barber. I don't see any pink there. I don't see a loss anywhere. But, you know, there is a little bit of play here because is good as Maycee Barber is, you know, she's not really, except for Jillian Robertson this last time out, she's not really fought anyone I've heard of, and you may have to go a little bit with the veteran that Roxanne is and the experience she has. I don't know. What are you thinking, man?
No. Maycee Barber fought. She's fought Mallory Martin, I'm a big fan of Invicta and shit like that. So she fought Mallory back in the Legacy. And then
recently,
the fight before her last one, she fought JJ Aldrich. Both of those girls I know from Invicta. I'm a big Invicta fan.
Are you?
I don't watch it as much anymore because I don't have Fight Pass.
I don't either.
But you know, I try to catch highlights here and there when I can. But for the longest time, up until the time I had Fight Pass, which was like, I don't know, end of 2018 ish, whenever I got Fight Pass, I was a big Invicta fan and. I like those girls, and those girls are there's something to be said about those girls that end up there and go there and come from there into UFC. And fucking Maycee Barber's fought 2 of them, and I'm like, oh, I get it. It's like 2 of them. Mm-hmm. You look at Roxanne, and Roxanne's fought every fucking body and has been in. I said the F word.
You're gonna get me in trouble. I'm not editing this. I'm sorry, Mike. RTF Sports.
But I feel like we get one. Like it's a PG-13 movie. You can at least get one, and then you're good. But she's fought everyone, and she's been in Invicta too, so I get it. But like also, she just always gets the raw end of the stick deal. No matter if it's like she gets close to a win, it's a decision on her way. If it's her opponent not making weight, she still fights. Like she just seems to always get the raw end of the deal.
She does.
I don't think it's gonna be any different. And Maycee's on a tear, bro. Like Maycee's. Ooh, she's scary. She's scary. You know, so I don't know, man. I've got her. I hate picking over Roxanne.
I do too.
You know, you got to respect Roxanne, but also like, hey, you're also not no spring chicken either. So,
ugh, spring chicken. I don't know how old she is. Let's see. I'm looking up how old she is right now. She was born in. Can't find her birthday. Oh, 82. She's 37. All right, you're right. Maycee's a younger gal. I would have liked to have seen her fight Paige and put that to rest, but I think it's one of the things that will probably happen someday. Maycee's 21, dude.
Dang.
21. Oh, man. You know, it's one of those, if I were picking with emotion, I'd say Roxanne. Roxy's coming back. She's going to beat her. but I can't do it. I gotta pick with my head. I gotta pick with the facts. And I think you're right. Maycee Barber. This is interesting. Barber. This next one is interesting, okay? Because now you got former lightweight champion Anthony Showtime Pettis, who had some weird apparent. Oh, you know what? Is it time for a break? I got to do it. I think I'm radio break. Time for a break. Yeah. Radio break. Oh, I'm a minute late, but if this works out, we'll be right back. We'll be right back. All right. Anyway, so yeah, Carlos Diego Ferreira. And what do you know about this injury he had? This USADA injury.
Who?
You haven't heard this? Pettis says
no.
Pettis says before the Nate Diaz fight, he sustained an injury from having to take a drug test for USADA right before the Nate Diaz fight. I kid you not. I can't make this up. He cut his hand somehow, which if it was a piss test, I got to wonder what happened. But I didn't read it. I don't know. I was hoping you did. Do I got to look this up real quick? I'll tell you what. You give me the breakdown. I'm going to look up what happened real quick.
The breakdown is, I don't think, I've never thought much of Carlos Diego Ferreira. I mean, I get he's on a streak. He beat my man OAM. That's right. Okay. Jared Gordon, Kyle Nelson, Ruslan Khabilov. All right. Maribek Tysonov. All right, but none of them motherfuckers are. Oh shit, I did again. But none of them dudes are Anthony Pettis, right? Okay. So here's the thing: if Carlos Diego Ferreira, if he just does what everybody else does, and you pressure Anthony Pettis, you're gonna beat him. That's how the hell you beat him. Is you pressure him. You don't let him get him off. You back him up. You can't kick going backwards. Yada yada yada. Like all that stuff. That's all you got to do. But if you're Anthony Pettis, I mean, you've been at the big show. I think he's got the more dynamic stand up. Better stand up is the strong word, but I say the more dynamic, the better, the better selection for. You're fighting mid-range, long-range, short-range, and he's not really a short-range fighter, so mid to long-range is where he fights. They're going to probably keep it standing unless Carlos Diego Ferreira wants to take him down and thinks there's some weaknesses, and I guess there could be, but I could see more clinching rather than takedowns, more trying to get Anthony tired rather than actually wanting to get him to the ground against the cage and clinches and stuff like that. I've never seen Anthony knock anybody out from like elbows and knees from the clinch, you know what I mean? So if I were to fight Anthony, that's where I take it. I take it really close to him because where he fights really well is at mid to long range. He hits you really far. And even when he fought Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, like he was far away and he launched that son of a bitch Superman punch out of nowhere. But it was in a fight range.
He was getting beaten badly.
He was getting the shit beat out of him.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. But I'm going Anthony. This is one of these guys that Anthony should, I would say run through, but at least he should win.
I don't ever advise you to make a bet, but crazily enough, Pettis is an underdog here. And, yeah. Now, here's the lowdown on the injury. He told Ariel Helwani that he cut his hand on a jagged edge on the piss test provided by USADA. And it required medical attention before fighting Nate Diaz.
Oh God, that sounds so dramatic. Oh no, cut my hand. How do you cut your hand on your dick? Is your dick sharp? What is going on?
Don't know. I think you can say dick. I think we're good with dick, for sure. All right, I'm gonna look it up. Yep, you can say dick. All right, yeah. I don't know. It's kind of strange to me. He's an underdog. I get that Carlos has won like 1, 2, 5 in a row, but so much I love Jared Gordon. As much as I love the Canadian gangster, they have not had the best luck lately. He did beat Rustam, Khabilov, and Tasimov before that. But I don't know. My instinct is like the veteran's going to come in and do what he needs to do here and probably win this fight.
That's what I'm saying. I went through that guy's resume. Like those guys aren't Anthony Pettis.
No.
There's a reason Carlos Diego Ferreira has never made it in probably as a top 10. Probably he's probably always been the outside of the top 10. I think maybe the highest he's made is between like 10 and 15. I think that might be once upon a time on God's green earth, but it's not now. You know what I'm saying? It's not now. So I'm just saying it's Anthony Pettis. This is a fight he should win. This is Anthony Pettis fight to lose type thing. Even though he might come in as an underdog.
When he fought Nate Diaz, I made a take. I made a take. I said he may even knock it out. He may even knock Nate out. And it got picked up by Frozen Cold Takes on Twitter. I didn't even know what that was before. Apparently, they got hundreds of thousands of followers, and they were good sports, and they messaged me back and forth. It's good to keep making those takes, man. And I'm like, what's a take? I don't get it. I don't understand what's happening right now.
You did a hot take, didn't you? That was a hot take. That's what the kids call it.
Yes, a hot take. Okay? Back in my day, I thought that was a bath. But it is what it is. And boy, was I wrong. But then the Nate Diaz I thought was going to show up for the fight showed up for Masvidal. So he's hot and cold. He always has been. There's the Nate Diaz that beat Michael Johnson, and there's the Nate Diaz that went up against RDA. So, yeah. But besides that,
that's different. That's a completely different conversation that I can get into. But
yeah,
that ain't got shit to do with Anthony Pettis besides him coming in and beating the shit out. He did exactly what I just told you. You just pressure Anthony Pettis, and Anthony Pettis is not a leg kicker. So Nate didn't have to worry about that. He's a body kicker. He's a head kicker, and he ain't doing that shit to Nate Diaz when Nate Diaz is backing you up with punches. And Anthony's one of these fighters that crumbles under pressure. Like I was so happy when he fought. Did he fight Michael Chiesa and win?
Yeah. He did. And that was a bad weight cut for Chiesa, and that was his last fight at lightweight.
That's too bad. I mean, he used to fight at 155. Like, the tough titty. Don't talk to me about, like, tough weight cuts.
Hang on
Don't
now.
fight there in the first.
There was more to that, though, because somebody threw a real estate sign through a bus. No, I'm going to remember that wrong. It was a dolly through a bus, and he ended up getting glass in his eye, and the night he was supposed to fight Pettis. Remember that the first time?
Oh, okay.
And so he had to turn around and make that cut again, and that was it.
Well, okay.
Was it a real estate sign or a dolly? I can't remember. Anyway, Ally Quinta got robbed and should have beat Khabib. I'm not biased or anything.
Yeah, right. Man. But I'm just saying, like, that's how you beat Anthony. You pressure him. Tony Ferguson did it. Max Holloway did it. Like, you think back to every single fighter that's beaten Anthony Pettis.
Yeah.
Pressure. Up and up to RDA when Anthony was on his fucking hot streak. There we go again, whatever. But, I mean, that's how you beat him. So if Carlos Diego Ferreira can do that, great. I don't know if he can do that. That's how you beat him. I'm laying out the game plan. I just think Anthony's experience and the fact that he's always been a top guy, always at the end of the day, like he somehow is the top guy. Yeah. He comes out with winning and shit like that. He's going to do it again. Like, this is a guy he should be beating. All right,
I need to make an announcement here. It looks like we're going to go over. So if you're on Sports Talk Radio and you want to listen to the rest of this, you go to AaronSaysWhat.com, AARON says what.com, and you can pick up the rest of this podcast. You can pick up the YouTube video. However you want to listen to me and Blake spin MMA gold, because that's what it is right here, MMA gold. Okay? So back to
what it is.
It is what it is. And you know what? I think we'll get picked up anyway because we are the shit. We can say shit. I haven't had to do I haven't had to do an explicit tag on this show since probably the last time you were on. So I got to remember to do that too. So explicit tag. All right, we're good.
Welcome.
We're good to go. All right. Oh. I am kind of excited about this fight. I don't know what it means, but I'm excited. Both these girls have ways to go to get back at the title.
Oh yeah, my girlfriend's fighting.
Holly? Is Holly your girlfriend?
I was talking about Alexa Grasso.
Oh, I didn't pick that fight. You're talking about Alexa and Gadelia, but you know what? I don't have that fight queued up to pick. But if you'd like to pick that fight.
Let's give it like 30 seconds. We give it 30 seconds real quick. It's Claudia Gadelia, Alexa Grasso. I'm going to pick Alexa just because I love Alexa. Claudia should probably win this fight, and everybody's like, Claudia. I get it. Like I
think you just like to say Claudia.
Yeah. Claudia, and they're both pretty too. Like I always love these fights because you're like, you're looking. Hey, girl, you're looking cute. Okay, girl. But I'll be like, you want to come on Unfiltered Bachelor? But anyways,
that's not what you meant.
Or you want to let the Unfiltered Bachelor? You want to let the Unfiltered Bachelor come on you?
My
either
kids
way,
are watching. I'm sorry.
Listen, Alexa. I'm picking Alexa. I've loved her since I saw her in September 2014.
Yeah.
When her first fight in Invicta was, when she was like 3-0, 4-0, something like that. Ironically, that night is when I saw Reina Aldana fight for the first time with Invicta. So, anyways, big fan. And I'm going to go for her as like the underdog. I think she can pull it off. Decision. I think she got the better hands. We'll see what happens. But I'm just saying, I don't want to touch on that fight. But I think you were talking about a Holly Holm, Raquel Pennington.
Yeah.
Rematch.
It is a rematch. And without breaking this down, I don't see how this is not going to go the same way, probably. But what are you thinking? And being the same way.
Raquel maybe should have squeaked it out. It was a split decision.
It was. But I still think Holly comes out on top. But I don't know. Holly runs into these things that she shouldn't run into, where she should win these fights. So this is tough.
I think she learned. I think hopefully she learned a lot from the first fight. And it's been 2015. This was the fight before she fought Ronda, right? Like, was this her first fight? No.
No, hang on. Let me go back here.
No, this was her. I think this was her first fight in UFC. If I'm not mistaken.
I'm going back. It is. You were right. After Legacy, she beat Juliana Warner, and then
she beat Raquel. Then she beat somebody else by decision, and everybody was like, "Boo, this girl!"
Oh, Marion Renault, the hot teacher, right?
That's right. She beat Marion Renault. That's right.
And then she beat Ronda.
The Belizean. And then
3 in a row.
And then she fought Ronda. So yeah, I remember this fight. Everybody was high on her and yada yada. And I mean, she didn't look bad. It was just the moments where she didn't look good is what Raquel's probably going to do again. Get her in the clinch, get close to her, do it. I mean, Raquel do what she did to Miesha Tate and make retired her type thing.
Oh my gosh.
What if Holly loses? You know what I mean? Like, she made it a very boring fight, but that's how you beat, I think, somebody like Holly Holm. You can't let them strike. You can't let them punch. They're not out there to wrestle you. They're not going to take you down. They're out there to try and knock your block off. I think that's what Raquel's going to be trying to do. Can Holly keep the space? Can Holly have better footwork? I don't even know, man. Like, I thought Holly was going to do way better against Amanda Nunes. I thought she was going to beat Amanda Nunes. And then she got
Amanda Nunes. I mean, Amanda Nunes hollied her. I mean, like with a head kick,
Holly got Holly Holm.
Crazy.
Face. Like, come on, man.
Man, I don't know. And then Raquel, like, she does have a win over Miesha Tate, which I forget. And, they both have a win over Betch Korea. But Raquel has trouble beating the cream in the crop. You know what I mean? She did beat Jessica Andrade, but that was I believe that was 135 pounds. And Andrade has since dropped down. But you know what? I mean,
she lost to Jessica Andrade. Yeah, she lost to Jessica Andrade. Beat Ashley Evans Smith.
Oh, Rocky.
Lost to Holly. Oh yeah, and then she beat Jessica Andrade. Oh,
yeah.
Rematched. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so let's look at her last few fights though.
Okay.
Lost to Amanda Nunes. Lost to Jermaine Durandamine, and then a win over Reina Aldana, who Reina is very kind of hit or miss, right? Like, her last fight, she was kind of losing that fight, and then she just left hooks the girl out of nowhere and knocks her ass out.
Left hook.
So yeah, and then she just walked away too. Like, that was a badass knockout. Shout out to Reina Aldana. But Reina Aldana is not Holly Holm, right? Like, none of these girls. She's gonna do, like, I don't know, man. Like, she's not going to beat Holly Holm this time again. So
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. And my God, how many years off of her life did that Amanda Nunes fight take off of her? That 5th round deal where her coach was like, you're a warrior. And you're like, Dad, I don't know. She didn't know where she was. They sent her out there. Ah, man, that was hard to watch. You know what I mean? What was the point of her going out at 5th round? She just get beaten the hell out of. I don't know. I'm not a coach. I'm not a fighter. I don't know. It was insane. I think Holly probably does win this too. All right, we're going to take a radio break here just real quick. And if you're on the radio, we'll be right back. If you're on the live stream, we didn't go anywhere. We're right here. We're going to pick the last fight of the evening. Conor McGregor, Donald Cerrone. Okay, let's do an exercise first, okay? Conor versus a bear. Who wins?
Conor McGregor.
Okay. All right. Hypothetically, Conor versus Superman.
Conor, that's a trick question. Conor is Superman. So. You almost got me.
Oh my gosh. All right, we got a couple of fan comments here I want to get to real quick. He was talking about that other fight. You can watch it on Crack Streams. I got you. Oh, we have a YouTube viewer. You could be subscriber number 3, Steelers Respect 90. Myself and James Lynch are the only 2 subscribers on that channel right now. Conor will knock out Cowboy in the first or second round. And then Scriptorius says, Holly seemed to have that big moment and then fizzled away. All right. These are all very valid points, except for...
let's touch on some of them real quick.
Yes.
Yes, Holly's like a pop song, like one of those like MC Hammers. They had that one-hit wonder, and she tried to come back with the Beshko Hea one, and never really followed up with that, right? She's not like... She didn't have that long-term Justin Timberlake career, right? She's not riding off into the sunset. She keeps hitting these highs and lows, and we're just kind of like, Holly, what are you doing? We know you got talent. We're like, what are you trying to sell us? So yeah, I absolutely like that. Conor will knock out Cerrone 1 or 2. I think we're going to get to that next.
Two.
What was the other one?
1 or 2. And Holly seemed to have that big moment and fizzled away. Conor will knock out Cowboy, and then you can watch that. It was a porn reference, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what Crack Streams is, but it was the other thing we were talking about.
So Crack Streams is a place where I go and watch. Not me. I mean, a friend of mine.
Not you, but
goes and watch.
Not you.
A friend of mine goes and watch fights for if you don't want to pay for the pay-per-view.
Yeah. It's one of those.
Don't.
Oh,
yeah.
Dana will find you. Okay, Dana will find you. It's just a matter of time. Dana will find you. Okay, he doesn't put up with that. Dana White.
Send me location. Send me location.
Send me location. Send me send me IP address. I will catch you.
Yeah, send me VPN.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. All right.
Okay, so we're on the big. Hey, we're on what the kids call the big kahuna.
The big fight.
Kahuna burger.
The 5-round fight he couldn't get before. Now, after Nate and Jorge, he gets a 5-round fight. He was going to get Donald in a 3-round fight in a co-main somewhere, but now he's getting the 5-round fight. He's getting the main event. He's getting the main event in Vegas in his return.
When was he going to take co-main? Wait a minute. I don't know this shit.
Yeah. So they offered him a co-main. I can't remember which card. It was several months ago, and that might have been the card where Donald fought Gaethje. But
well, of course he wouldn't take a fucking there we go again. But of course he wouldn't take that a co-main slot, bro. He's not co-main material. He's main event material. Like I wouldn't sign. Like people are going to be watching the thing for me. They'll probably tune out for the main event. They don't give a shit about the main event. Like nobody's tuning in to watch any. Like there's so many. Like I'm not saying nobody, right? Because there's a lot of. I don't say even hardcores. There's a lot of people that are steady viewers. We'll call them steady fans.
And I need to know.
I think like hardcores is a next thing.
Does it make you feel bad?
Hardcores is what me and you are.
I am a hardcore fanalist. That is my mission in life. I'm not an expert. I'm a fan. I'm a true fan. I'm the guy that went to Blockbuster. You know what Blockbuster is, or how old am I? You know what Blockbuster is with the VHS tapes?
I'm 31. I'm 31. I know what a Blockbuster is.
So we used to go. I live in a small town, Rolla, Missouri. Okay, so we had no pay-per-view back then. You could get a hotel room and get SpectraVision, but you couldn't get a pay-per-view at your house. So we had to wait till it came out and go to Blockbuster and then get like either the VHS and then later the DVDs. You know, the VHS
DVD. Yeah,
think of that like the 8-track of the video world. Okay, and yeah, that's what we did, but. How bad does this make you feel? Like to see that Conor's last loss, his last fight, rather, it says on Wikipedia neck crank. It doesn't say rear naked choke. It's neck crank. Is Khabib squeeze that good that Conor had to succumb?
Yes.
Or was Conor beaten before the fight in the back? I think that's what you think happened. Like he was unfairly jumped. Then he had to go to the octagon. And then defend.
Wow.
And then he had to go against Khabib. Is that what happened? I mean,
wow. You smell some hateration in here.
No.
You smell.
I love
that?
Conor.
Smells like some haters in here.
I love Conor. I don't know what you smell right
now. No. Those rumors are not substantiated.
Okay.
Khabib, I think Khabib is that goddamn strong. He is just that monster. It's a scary fight. Anybody being a Conor fan, you had faith that he was going to knock him out, or you had faith. You kind of knew in the back of your mind he's going to get mauled. And for 3 rounds and up until for 3 rounds he got mauled. There was one round where he had some. You should have given him that round, the 3rd round. I mean, I think he did get taken down in the last 30, 40 seconds, but. Does that mean you give somebody a round just because they took somebody down for 30, 40 seconds? If they were essentially not owning that round. So as unbiasedly as I can be, and I very much have a bias for Conor, you give him the 3rd round. You have to give him the 3rd round.
Versus a nuclear missile.
It's again another tough.
Because Conor's a nuclear missile. I screwed that up.
His
again.
left hand is the nuclear missile.
God dang it! All right, we got these Periscope names kill me. Scopatorius is going crazy here. He says, hopefully we don't find out that Conor hit that point where he just takes a quick left turn to Old Mansville. Dude, Old Mansville. I think he's younger than Cowboy.
He's my age. Yeah, no.
How old's Cowboy? He's
Conor's
40.
My age. He's 30, 36, 37. He's on the wrong side of 30, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, Elaw 32 showing no love either.
Yeah, man.
He says we all knew he'd get mauled. He had one good round, though. Hey, I'm not a Conor lover. I'm not a Conor hater, but that one good round is better than any good round anyone's ever had against Khabib ever, right?
Facts.
Facts.
Oh, no, not facts. Gleison Tebow won the fight with Khabib. This is a whole different conversation for another day. Gleison Tebow did win that fight. He did not get taken down. He avoided it was 25. Khabib was 0 and 24, 0 and 25. That it was something ridiculous. Maybe 0. Maybe I'm a bit exaggerated. Wow. But he had no takedowns on Gleison Tebow, and it was in the teens of how many times he tried to take Gleison down. Again, Gleison might have been on the old Mexican sauce.
I understand,
but he did not lose that fight, and he arguably won. I think it was a split decision. I hope it was a split decision.
Well, don't forget Ally Quinta beat him for 5 rounds too, and somehow he got screwed. Oh, spit take. That's why you got to go back and watch the YouTube video, kids. We had a real spit take right there. He's like, awesome.
I almost spit my whiskey out.
Oh my gosh. All right. We got to break this down. I got to break this down. Okay. Conor McGregor has not had a lot of UFC fights here in the last few years. Okay. It's hard to believe that the second Nate Diaz fight, that was
You're on steroids.
March of 2016.
March of 2016. That insane. And then he hadn't he won the title against Eddie Alvarez in 2016. And the Khabib fight was gosh dang, it was 2 years and a few months.
A year and some months ago.
A year and a few months. October 2018.
Yeah, 15 months ago. That was his last fight outside of fighting people in public. So, I mean, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel for everybody out there. If you guys are MMA fans, you know the goddamn deal. Conor's going to learn to land. He's going to use all the tools that he has to land the left. Go watch Dan Hardy break. Again, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel.
Dan Hardy.
If you haven't heard these things, then God bless you. But go watch the Dan Hardy, the UFC, that UFC breakdown. I love all the UFC breakdowns that Dan Hardy does. First of all,
he's brilliant analyst. I mean, he's underrated. And Bisping too. He's phenomenal.
Good. Bisping's great, but they don't give him enough airtime, or he doesn't put himself enough in front of the camera like Dan Hardy did. Dan Hardy just is very captivating. He's very entertaining. He's got very entertaining just lingo, and it's a good character to him. And he breaks down this fight, and it really what it amounts down to, and I'll kind of encapsulate it into my own words too from what I've seen. But Conor's going to use all the tools that he can to get the left landed. The way you do beat Cerrone is you do beat him early. Right? We've seen this. If you watch that Alex Hernandez fight, remember Alex Hernandez fought him early January of last year?
I do. And I'm going to talk about that.
And Alex had success in the first 3.5 minutes until Cerrone started to adjust. But Alex was throwing the crazy thing was Alex was shifting stances. Alex was throwing in and out, like he was blitzing. Yeah. He was having the fucked up part was about that is he was having success. and you should not be that level like Cerrone is, and have a new kid on the block come and have that much success against you. I think there's some mileage that are playing into Cerrone's career right about now. I'm happy he got the Mike Perry win. Like, good for you, Bubby. But also, like, you didn't look good against Alex Hernandez. You didn't look good against Tony Ferguson. And you got knocked out by Justin Gaethje. And we all knew that's how Justin Gaethje would beat you, is by coming in close and coming to knock you out.
I appreciate
Conor
you.
McGregor
I do appreciate you skipping over the Iaquinta fight. Thank you. Because
that's right. He fought him and he won, huh?
Well, here's the deal. Like, he had 3 fights at gosh, he lost 3 in a row at welterweight, you know?
At welterweight.
Masvidal knocks him out. Lawler, he loses decision. Till knocks him into the planet, you know, beats ENC somehow.
Eve Edwards beat him, no? Or not Eve Edwards, what was his name? What was his name? No, not Eve Edwards.
Leon Edwards. Leon Scott. No, Leon Edwards
beat him.
That's a Colby Covington joke, people, if you don't get it. Yeah, he did. But he did take him to decision. Then he starches Perry because Perry knows no jiu-jitsu. Okay, then let's talk about his cut to lightweight, okay? He took some time off, November to January. That's more time than he usually takes off. Cuts down to lightweight, okay? Takes, enough time off between then, January to May. Cuts down for Iaquinta. Exposes Iaquinta's weakness against lankier guys, because we saw that Dan Hooker did the same thing virtually that Donald Cerrone did. But you go from May 4th to June 8th, make that cut again that you don't like against Tony Ferguson, who he did, I think, win that first round, but he got his eye blown up. And June to September, after all those fights, after getting knocked around, because Iaquinta said it, like when he fought Tony Ferguson, when Donald did, rather, he's like, Al's leg said, he said his legs still hurt. And it's a little insulting that he took that fight. And, he's not.
No, that's Donald Cerrone, right? Like,
yeah.
Also, Donald ate some punches from Al Iaquinta,
he
bro.
Did.
Like,
he got knocked around
don't shake
a little
those
bit.
Off. Yeah.
I mean, he did beat Al Iaquinta. He did dominate him, and I love Al to death, but Al cracked him several times. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He cracked Donald in some punches that probably take other guys out. But it's Donald, But then you put those weight cuts back to back to back, and all of a sudden, you don't have that. Now, Gaethje, I mean, I think everyone saw that coming. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I saw that coming.
I did. I called it. I'm like, Gaethje going to knock him out. I had some friends that, Cerrone's going to head kick him and da-da-da. I'm like, bro, it took Eddie Alvarez 3 rounds to try and kill that mofo. And he had to hit him with a knee from the head from hell to just try to like knock him down. Like, it takes a lot for Gaethje. And now Gaethje's fought. The thing is, Gaethje's fighting smarter. And so it's like, I mean, bro, he's going to catch him with the 1-2 pieces. So I think Conor McGregor is going to do the same thing. Like what Donald Cerrone needs to do is either utilize all of his MMA, which is kicks, wrestling, clinch. Like, that's what he does well. He fights very well from the clinch. He throws elbows. He throws knees. I was thinking about it today. Like, when have you ever seen Conor in the clinch, outside of the Nate Diaz fight, like, throw elbows, throw knees, even win a fight with elbows or win a fight with knees? He's not a Muay Thai guy, right? He's a very, like, he's a boxer, and he's got more karate kicks and roundhouse kicks. So
Roadhouse.
It's a very different style. It's a very different style. But if you're Cerrone and Cerrone's camp, you want to fight Conor where Conor's weak, and Conor's weak. If you clinch him, make him tired. If you clinch him and stand up and throw elbows, knees, and he could be. They're fighting from an open stance fight because Conor McGregor's a southpaw and Cerrone's a orthodox. So those open side kicks and punches are the things that you tend to land more often. So for Cerrone, there's going to be that right kick and the right punch, and for McGregor, it's going to be the left kick and the left punch naturally. But what the sneaky attack that Cowboy has, and he has it for everyone, is that left kick. And so you have to watch out for that weapon. So I mean, there's a lot more ways for Cowboy to win. However, is Cowboy the same Cowboy that he was that can still take still take a punch? Like the thing is, Conor McGregor is going to punch you. The question is, are you going to be there when you to take the hit? Are you going to be standing after he lands one or two of those?
What if
that's just point blank period at the end?
What if the whole stand and trade thing's bullshit? Donald takes him down and Joe Duffy's him, or Nate Diaz is him. And you know what? I said this before the Nate Diaz fight. I picked Nate Diaz to win just because of mostly the short notice nature of it all. And that Conor was cutting down. Nate had to cut down just to get to 170. It ended up being at 170, and Conor could say what he wants. He was not efficient with his energy and this and that. The problem is he was hitting a much bigger guy with punches that would knock out much smaller guys. And I almost think this is what could happen here. Or like I said, Cerrone could just take him down and starch him and choke him out. I don't know. And we are getting we're getting some heat here from some of our listeners here. Elaw22 says Diaz is 2-0 on Conor. Don't at me. Wow. I don't know if you're wrong or not. Darcy Watts says, did you guys already talk about Cowboy's limp? Cowboy has a limp? What's going on there? I don't know about that.
Because he's a pimp. Pimps walk with limps.
Yeah, pimps walks with limp. It could be a VD. Hopefully he'll be cleared up by the fight. Laker922 says they look like they've been hit in a couple of pillow fights. Don't know what that means, but okay. Hey, we're taking a radio break because we are going. We got to stretch this for 15 more minutes. You think we can do it? Let's go the whole hour. You think we can stretch it another?
I think we can do that.
You think we can?
I think we can squeeze that in there.
I think we can squeeze. That's what she said. All right. Squeeze it in. Yes. All right. All right. But I've not made an official pick. Because this is tough. Oh, here's the other thing. He tells Ariel Helwani, Conor does, that he's weighing around 160 right now. No way. Because I've seen him weighing in at 155. I've seen him weighing in at 145. Even at 155, the guy looks emaciated. You know, he looks sucked in. And if he's only cutting 5 pounds, he's not going to look like that. As chunky as he's looking, as big as he's looking, you know, like he did a few push-ups here and there.
My man looking thicker than a Snickers.
He is looking
man.
A little thicker than a Snicker, like king size Snicker, like for sure. I mean, we're almost talking
for
like
his stature,
yes. Yeah, somebody's mouthing to the other guy that said pillow fights. I don't get it either, dude. Sorry, Scope Torres.
I mean, I suppose like they're saying like they punch people who don't punch hard. Okay, maybe.
I don't see that at all. I think both these guys hit hard. I do think that Donald has the Cerrone at the Cerrone. Good Lord, the advantage at 170 pounds. You know, I don't know. You know, but Conor can surprise you. He can get Donald early with that left, but honestly, Donald has that intestinal damage from some accident he had, probably skydiving on a ski boat. I don't know. I'm not sure how he did it. But, you know, if Conor was smart, he'd go to the body.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. You want to kick to the body, and you want to set up the punches, man.
Yeah.
Like, and you want to do this early. Like, again, Cowboy's a slow starter. We all know this. He loses the fights. He loses to Pettis first round.
Yep.
He was losing that I'm telling you, he was losing that first round, Alex Hernandez, until he turned it around the last minute. He loses to who knocked him out in the first round? Darren Till knocked him out in the first round. And
Masvidal was second round.
Almost knocked him out in the first round. I think it was 2 rounds. I think it was 2 rounds, like barely 2 rounds. Who else beat him in the first round? No, Ferguson.
RDA, didn't he? RDA back in the day.
The second fight, right? Kicked him in both fights.
Let's see. RDA, the first one was 2015, round 1. I thought that was the only one.
No, he fought him twice.
Okay, let me go back. It must be before that then. Oh, yeah, RDA. It was a decision back in, 2013? Holy jeez. Yeah. He's got to win over KJ Noons. Let's go way back here. Let's go all the way back. When was Donald Cerrone's first fight? Okay? I'm scrolling.
2005 or
6
4 or something?
Ring of Fire, Nate Moore. When was his first WEC fight? I want to know right now. When was his WEC?
07-08?
It was 07. Very good.
Yeah.
No contest overturned. I don't know why. He has a win over Danny Castillo. in 20.
He had
2008?
Yeah.
2008? Oh, submission armbar. Submission.
Shit, okay.
He did lose to Jamie Varner.
Submission guy back then. Yeah.
Jamie Varner, one of the most underrated dudes ever. Like, you know, people forget how good he was. And when he came into the UFC, he went on a little tear on his own there.
Yeah, he was doing good. No, I was thinking of the head kick that Anthony Pettis had on Danny Castillo back in WC. So WC, though, the two fights I remember kind of vaguely, but I still remember was the 2 times he fought Bitson Henderson.
Lost.
And they fought for the belt twice.
Yeah, he
lost both of them. Yeah.
Decision 1, guillotine next time, round 1. So he has 2 wins over Jamie Varner. I'm sorry. Jamie Varner beat him once. They split it 1-1. Okay. Golly, I mean, he's got a win over Charles Oliveira.
And then he fought Dennis Seaver.
Yeah,
I remember him fighting Dennis Seaver.
Yeah, this was this was UFC.
Diaz. Yeah, now he's in UFC now, and he fought Nate Diaz and
Jeremy Stevens.
Remember who else he fought. Jeremy Stevens. God, I didn't remember.
He lost against Nate. He stood up with him. I hope this is the thing. If he stands up with Conor, I don't know if he wins this fight. If he mixes stuff up a little bit, he's got a better chance. But you know, I don't know. But yeah, he's got back when Melvin Guillard wasn't so much on cocaine.
Oh yeah, he head kicked Melvin Guillard.
Then there's the body kick we were talking about. That the intestinal damage. Anthony Pettis, KJ Noons.
I think Pettis knocked him out. Yeah.
KJ.
And then he went on this streak. He went on this streak. He fought. He had 7.
After he loses to RDA, it's Evan Denham and Adriano Martinez, Edson Barbosa, Jim Miller, Eddie Alvarez. He beat Eddie Alvarez. I forgot about that.
Yes,
2014.
Yeah, he beat him. He beat him a decision. So that card, I remember that card very, very vividly. It was UFC 178. And it was Demetrius Johnson fought Chris Carriasso.
Good God, you're good. You are good.
Co-main event was Cerrone, Eddie Alvarez. He wins by decision.
Yeah.
But the real people's fight was Conor McGregor fighting Dustin Poirier.
Oh,
and obviously we well know how that ended.
It lasted like 3 seconds.
On top of that, who fought? Amanda Nunes fought what's her name? Kat Zingano.
And lost.
That was a sick. Yeah. Amanda Nunes lost. That was her last loss.
That's right.
And then Dominic Cruz fought that dude, but that was like the head of the prelims. I forgot the 5th fight on 178, but it was
Magazzi. Oh gosh, what is comeback? I can't remember.
Who's that? Dominic Cruz's comeback?
Yeah, was that his comeback that one time?
Yeah, it was a little
Magazzi.
Japanese.
Magazzi. I can't say it.
Somebody.
Now I sound
somebody
racist.
with an M. Yeah. But that was a sick card. It was a sick ass card, that one. But so yeah, I mean they fought on the same card before, so these guys know each other, right? But anyways, so let's get back to Cerrone. It is at 170. You give a little bit more pebbles to Cerrone's bucket at this point.
Well,
for that,
he went on a tear though for a minute, for like 5 fights or 4 fights. Alex Oliveira, at the time, he wasn't very big yet. He was just coming up. Patrick Cote, legit middleweight contender, at the time to Anderson Silva.
Remember he fought for the light heavyweight belt. He fought against Tito back in the day, like 0203.
Really?
Like we can't forget that. Yeah.
Rick Story. I thought he would lose that fight. Matt Brown.
No, I knew he was going to win, and then Matt Brown, he knocks his ass out.
He was going to lose that fight. And, head kicks him. And then the skid. Masvidal. Okay. Mm-hmm. What's your official pick? Okay. No, Conor McGregor against a semi-truck flaming out of control, heading toward him at 90 miles an hour down a hill. Who do you pick?
That's what this fight is. Actually. And I'm picking Conor McGregor.
I'm picking
first 2 rounds. He's got to win in the first 2 rounds. It could go decision. I don't know who would win.
You're right about the first 2 rounds. I think he fades after 5 or after 3 or 4. But listen, I'm going to make a for real pick. I think it's Cerrone. I do. I sent you a message. We hadn't talked in like 6 or 7 months, and we were just going back and forth about this radio gig. And then I just randomly told you that Conor's going to get his ass beat, and I stand by it. I stand by it, buddy. I'm sorry. Whoa! Hey, that's censored. You can't say the F word, but I guess you could show the F word because, we're audio there. So we're not video. It's all good. It's all good. We stretched it. We did it, dude. We're about there. I don't have to take another
long call.
Oh yeah, I was late in a couple radio breaks. Sorry guys. Sorry about the F words. I don't know how to edit. I wish I did. I totally get that.
It's a huge problem. The huge problem. That is a huge problem.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so
we
sorry.
got a few more quick questions.
Yeah. Go for it. Any other?
Are they?
Are there any more? No. They were making fun of it was making fun of the pillow fight guy. That's it. That's all the questions. I think I'm gonna try to get the outro right. I couldn't get the intro right. It didn't record. You hang out here, and I will end the recording because I think we got some unfinished business because this didn't quite go like we did with the simulcast. We'll see what's gonna happen. And hang out. I'm gonna do the outro here real quick, and
sure.
If I can find it, I can find it. But Blake, MoneyBlakeWeather, where can everyone find you?
Yeah. Thank everybody for tuning in and listening to us talk some shit about MMA. You can find me, MoneyBlakeWeather, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can find the podcast I do. I do an MMA podcast, Loaded Joe's MMA. You can find that on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can
huge on Facebook.
What's that?
You're huge on Facebook.
Hey man, we do a couple things, man. Some people like us. Some people like us. What can I say? And then you can follow. I have a life and dating relationship podcast, Unfiltered Bachelor. You can find that on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, iTunes, Stitcher. If you subscribe to Unfiltered Bachelor, you'll get the bonus of getting all the Loaded Joe's MMA podcasts on there as well. So definitely tune in. Thank you so much, everybody out there, whether it's morning, evening, noon, whatever time you listen to this across the world. Thank you so much for tuning in.
That's right. You can find him iTunes, Stitcher, Grindr, all those places.
What?
I love you, man. We're ending it right now. Peace.
Please remember to support the podcast by visiting the affiliate links on AaronSaysWhat.com.